There are a few common patterns that tend to drain connection quietly, like quiet quitting. Not because anyone is necessarily doing something wrong intentionally, but just because we haven't always been taught another way. So here are some things to think about. When it comes to like intimacy and keeping a connection, really presence matters much more than any kind of technique or being wild and crazy. Most partners don't need perfection. They just need engagement. You know, when someone feels like they're doing all the initiating, that can really start to feel like it's one-sided, and that can really drain connection between people and kind of break some sort of enthusiasm and trust. So just small eye contact and touch going both ways can just go a very long way to making someone feel wanted. Confidence is, of course, very connecting. So this doesn't mean that you have to love every inch of your body all the time, but it means allowing yourself to be seen without apologizing for it, you know? Not always trying to hide your body or saying, oh, I'm sorry about how I look or whatever, but just zipping it, because I'm sure your partner's just happy to be there. Most partners are not judging your body. They're just grateful that they're there. Overperforming can really disconnect people, especially if you're like getting some of your technique in performance from porn. That doesn't really reflect real life. And so the really exaggerated responses and things that you may be mimicking that you've seen online can feel fake and in real life. So really try to not do that and just make the sounds you actually feel like making because they're authentic, rather than like, yeah, you know what I mean? Daddy, yeah. Sticking to what's familiar and safe always. I mean, listen, you don't have to be wild, but a little bit of exploration and novelty goes a very long way. It's something that kind of keeps us connected in the long term. Just one novel experience a month. And I don't mean something like you got to go have an orgy and like do a glory hole the next month. I mean like anything. Trying a little like dirty talk. Going to a little sex shop together, or ordering something online, using a toy, dressing up, trying a new position, watching a porn together, like just doing different things. And really about, once a month is kind of about right, for maintaining that sense of excitement and connection that builds. And it also helps you grow together because you're trying new things. That's really important. That kind of variety doesn't have to be extreme at all. Direction when it's collaborative is very, very helpful, right? So, sharing your preferences and giving feedback rather than like correction, like nobody wants to be like corrected like a bad dog about like what their tongue is doing, but giving feedback. I like it what you were just doing. Can you do more of that? That felt really good is a nice positive way. Or could you go faster? Oh, even faster. Yes, that's good. Could you go firmer? Yeah, I love that. So positive feedback means your partner can learn your body. You get to learn your body, but also they don't have to be a mind reader. Very helpful. Pleasure isn't a finish line. So faking enjoyment to protect someone's feeling will backfire. It will teach them the wrong information. It'll block real connection, can grow resentment or disconnect over time. So it's just really important not to fall into this habit. Intimacy isn't about catering to someone else's expectations. It's just co-creating together. And so those little things can really go a long way to keeping connection alive. A little awareness can go a long way.